tuneful and artful. Tuneful means the students sing tunes in their heads and can coordinate their voices to sing. Beatful means students can feel the pulse in groups of twos or threes. Artful, students can move expressively and respond to music. Students will become tuneful, beatful, and artful through the following musical experiences: echo, call and response; unison, simple songs, song fragments; using repetition, ear development, listening skills; arioso, which are student-created songs; movement, steady beat with duple and triple meter; major and minor tonalities with individual accountability. Report card assessments will focus specifically on 1, create using musical concepts, and 2, perform with expression. First Steps by John Feierabend will be used as a resource. Repertoire and First Steps includes folk songs, chants and rhymes, nursery rhymes, American folk songs, classical listening excerpts, vocal exploration exercises, movement exploration exercises, listening skills through folk tales and classical excerpts, student-created songs, the use of 2/4 and 6/8 meter, with a huge focus on singing in F major and G major and their minor keys.
This I've had this quarter is that students even in TK, kindergarten, and first grade can sing on their own. If we ask them a question such as, "What's your favorite ice cream?" most of them can sing to us something like, "I love vanilla." And we all feel like that's a good success strategy for that aged child.
Is she not? All right, we had 2nd and 3rd grade, and we're building on TK, K, and first what they are doing. And so the first thing that we're going to build off of is tuneful. We, in 2nd grade, will introduce a hand step of mi, re, do. So in the key of F is what they will be singing, with do being on F, re, and mi. We will be singing echo, call and response, and unison songs in tune. The next thing building on is beatful from the TKK1. For beatful, students will be familiar with duple meter in 2/4 time. They will use do and due day to count. They will know the surface label of the names as quarter and eighth notes. They will be able to decode and create 4-beat rhythm patterns of do and due day. They will also be able to decode whole songs using do and due day. They will also be familiar with triple meter and 6/8 time. They will use the surface label of dotted quarter and 3-beat eighth. They will count it using do and do-daddy. Again, they will be able to decode and create 4-beat rhythm patterns and whole songs using this rhythm. They will be artful, building on artful. They will be familiar with circle folk dances. They'll be able to create their own expressive music let me back up. They can create their own expressive movement to unfamiliar music. They will be familiar with simple forms of music such as ABA, AABA, and rondo form. Then building on that, by the end of 3rd grade, the additional skill sets they will have include, for tuneful, they will have an added melodic ostinati and partner songs, playing and singing 1 and 5/7 chord roots. For beatful, they will have an added rhythm of quarter and single eighth note pattern and 6/8 time. Again, as before in 2nd grade, they're just going to know the surface names with them, and they will be able to decode, create 4-beat patterns and songs with these rhythms. And then the continuation building of artful with all the movement. They may have an introduction to pitched instruments such as recorders and keyboard. And then to help get tuneful, beatful, artful, as a music literacy component, we are using conversational solfege by John Feierabend. Some success stories that we have by using this. Our students decoding entire songs, matching pitch, ESL students able to participate and understand, fluency across the board with other subjects, and improved listening skills.
skills that they will know in both 4th and 5th grade, and then specific skills for 5th grade. In 4th grade, they will be able to create, sing, and play melodic patterns. We will use the solfege syllables do, re, mi, and so. They will be doing part singing, and they will experience part singing through ostinati, rounds and partner songs. Harmony, they will be working in, they'll be familiar with the chords 1, 5, 7, and 1, and then 1, 4, 1. And we will also plan on introducing 1, 4, 5, 7, 1. Rhythm bank, these are the rhythms that we plan, or that we would like for them to know by the end of 4th grade. Shared vocabulary. We will be using solfege for our melodic patterns. We'll use movable do. Major, we're going to move from do to do. Minor, we plan to move from la to la. They will be familiar with meter, specifically the terms duple and triple meter. They will be familiar and be able to read patterns in 2-4-10 as well as 6-8. They will use the syllables do and do-day as well as do and do-daddy for 6-8. They will be able to decode rhythms and melodies. Movement, they will experience movement through folk dance, student creative movements in classical music, and this is where we will talk about our form and expression components. They will also be doing critical listening and thinking by listening and responding to history and culture. 5th grade. 5th grade will be able to create, sing, play melodic patterns using do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. So we will be introducing fa and la to them. Part singing, they will be working on rounds, canons, and 2-part harmony. And then our chord progressions that we have are 1, 4, 5, 7, 1, as well as 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, 1. And this is the rhythms that we would like for them to leave us with. The only difference between 4th and 5th grade is the do-da.
Hello, elementary folks. This is what the band department has come up with for how we are going to expand what the students are learning in elementary school and continue that on in band up through high school. We divided our curriculum into these categories. We have tone, technique, notation, ensemble playing, and meter. For tone, starting in 5th grade, we're going to be working on breathing, appropriate posture, and oral awareness, having a good sense of pitch, and continuing the singing that they've been doing in elementary into singing their parts in band. For technique, they're going to be working on articulations, manual dexterity, using their fingers on their instruments, playing a full octave of music, and how to handle their instrument and care for it. Notation, we'll be learning how to use the staff and the note names on the staff, taking the rhythms that they're learning in elementary and applying them to band, adding the longer note values in as we go, using 5-note scales and key signatures, sharps, naturals, and flats, and a chromatic scale from do to so. Ensemble playing at the beginning level, having oral awareness in an ensemble, being able to play an independent part, following a conductor, being a part of a group, etiquette and expression, and meter, feeling the beat through foot tapping, using duple and triple meters, 2, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, and 6, 8. Moving on into 6th and 7th grade level 2, we're going to be having them tune with assistance from a teacher and blend within an ensemble. We're going to build their range, adding slurs, full octave scales, major scales, and chromatic scales with key signatures, adding dynamics, sight reading, staccato, 4-bar phrases, distinguishing between whole and half steps, adding 16th notes, and slurs again. We'll be working on phrasing, small ensembles and solos, working on balance and blend within pom-pom meters, including 5/8 and 7/8. Moving on into the high school, for the concert band level, understanding the pitch tendencies of their instruments, major and minor scales, sight reading at a grade 2, and making musical decisions as well as in small ensembles. At the symphonic band level, the upper level at the high school, our goal is to prepare them to be able to take their musical talents and play beyond high school. So we're going to have them be tuning chords, using the circle of force on the full range of their instruments, sight reading at a grade 3 level, possibly doing some arrangements, making musical decisions, playing small ensemble solos and how to do an audition, and working in mixed meters and advanced rhythms.
Greetings, Elementary. We are excited to see the work that you did yesterday and building upon it for the vocal at the middle school and the high school level. Some of the areas that we are going to be looking at are the rhythm beat meter, the tonal literacy of our students, the expression, and their work as a whole in the ensemble. Looking at our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, our students are going to be able to create basic rhythmic patterns. They're going to be able to demonstrate pitch accuracy, rhythmic accuracy, diction, and expressive qualities. We're going to take these from pieces that they are working on within each of their individual ensembles. Looking at the high school, we're going to hope that the students are going to be able to create level-appropriate rhythmic patterns in each of our groups, level-appropriate being, of course, each of the groups. Pitch accuracy, rhythmic accuracy, diction, and expressive qualities. These are also going to be taken from each of our ensembles at the levels that they're working at.
Hello. The orchestra department today has talked a lot about how we're really happy to know about your do and due day rhythms. We can also use the same language as you, so especially in elementary school, we can change that do and due day to 1 and 2 and so on. We also are taking the composition elements and improvisation elements that you're doing in elementary school and making that the basis of most of our summative assessments so that our students are able to demonstrate their knowledge and capabilities authentically. We also want to really encourage oral skills and intonation using singing and lots of listening examples in our classrooms. We are wanting to use your harmony element, but we haven't yet figured out how to make it authentic to what we're doing.